Well, I got asked to review this debate between a millionaire, 21 years old, I think he is, versus like a bunch of 9 to 5 workers and all that stuff. There's a big debate, gonna chime in my thoughts. And God forbid, if I can inspire some more people to start taking fucking risks for themselves, like this is the whole point of the fucking video. And I'm gonna speak my 2 cents because I went to school, dropped out, went to do my own thing, and now make more money than most lawyers and doctors. And I'm fucking 24. So let's fucking get into this. I'm super pumped for it. So we're gonna start halfway through the video because why the fuck not?
Entrepreneurship has a 90% failure rate, so betting on yourself is statistically stupid.
Welcome back, brother. So I feel like it's a guarantee. I go on the job site, I work those 8 hours to 12 hours. I'm gonna get my little $80 for the day, sometimes 90. And it's just a guarantee. I'm comfortable with it. And I
Comfortable.
feel
Notice
like
how he said
I would
comfortable.
be stupid to go against the grain and try to take a risk. Cause I might be homeless or something and hold a cardboard sign. Why should I make the jump? Because there's more potential. There's a higher return on investment opportunity going into something like entrepreneurship versus, a typical job. Obviously a job, like it just sets you up for the rest of your life to just be trading your time for money. But if you can allocate some of your time now to try to do something like entrepreneurship in the future, 5 years from now, you could be making $1 million a year, $2 million a year, $3 million a year, and never have to trade that time for money. You don't have to worry about waking up at, what was it, 3 a.m.? I wake up at 3 a.m. every day. Every day I wake up at 3 a.m. I'm trying to figure it out. When I do have this extra hour, I go on the internet or something, I see a course, I try the YouTube video, and everything just lead me to the same roadblock. I spend my extra $30 on something and I end up set back now. Because now I don't get to eat for the next 2 days because I done tried to take an entrepreneur risk. What about that? I gotta say.
Okay, first of all, if you're spending fucking $30 on a course, do you really think that's going to teach you how to make millions of dollars? If I put $30 into something, do you really expect me to get 7 figures back? No, you got to be investing 100K to make a million. Most likely, it's mostly a 10x. If you want to make 100K, you got to invest 10K. Like, what the hell is that logical thinking? That, of course, it's not going to work. And then the second thing was his language. Okay, when you try to do something, that means you try until it gets hard and then you give up like a fucking crybaby. Like, that's why 90% of fucking entrepreneurs fail. 80% of businesses, I believe, fail after within 3 years. That's a proven stat. So, his language, he's already sounding like a little bitch. The second thing is that $30 isn't going to get you some crazy return. Let's go back into it. I'm super passionate about this thing. So, like, let's rock and roll.
Sacrifice food for 2 days. That's what it takes. I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't in a position as bad as yours where I would have to sacrifice food for 2 days. My parents put food on the table. Of course, like even I can't even. I got to get the Wi-Fi first. Yeah, but the last argument that I made was no matter your current situation, you have to be able to evaluate that situation. And the difference between a normal person and an entrepreneur's mindset is that an entrepreneur realizes, okay, these are the cards I'm dealt with, as shitty as it is. I'm going to take these cards I'm dealt with, and I'm going to $40 for the whole week. What you doing? $40 for the whole week. I mean, you're done. Parlay? No, no, that's the stupidest thing you could do. I'm going to use that $40 probably to fund my life. Maybe.
Okay, so first of all, $40 a week. I don't know what math he's doing. If you work a minimum wage fucking job, even if you make $8, okay, and you work 5 hours that day, you make 40 bucks in a day. I don't know why he's thinking he's making 40 bucks a week. So, guys just fucking making up numbers.
So you got to buy food, Twinkies. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you don't have to buy. You don't. Here's what you're not understanding. You don't have to buy a course to make money on the internet or to be a successful entrepreneur. You just have to have the work ethic. That's the biggest thing. The course is just meant as an investment for people who want to fast track that success and have that extra support. $40. $40, spend it on food. So what? How do I put?
Okay, and if this guy really has $40, if this person really has $40, then his current job of doing this way isn't fucking working. You might as well take the risk and change it up. Because how the fuck are you gonna live with $40 extra to your name? Like, if that is your situation, like, change it. Like, obviously the job isn't working. You might as well take the risk, and you're gonna have a lot of motivation to get shit done. You're gonna stay consistent because you have fucking $40 with your current job. So, I don't know what the hell this guy's thinking. You might as well just fucking take the risk.
progress entrepreneurially that week if I got $40 that week?
Your time. You have time. Again, I made an argument earlier, time versus money.
3 a.m.
You have those two assets, right? Time is money in a sense, right? So it's either you trade your time to try to make more money or you trade your money to make more money. Does that make sense? So it's like for me, someone who has a lot of money, instead of trading my time for more money, I'm going to use my money to make me more money. So I'm going to go and buy courses.
Get off. I do the 3 to 5, get back 5, 6. How do I maximize a 5 to 9 or 5 to 10 situation?
How do you maximize it?
With my $10 after I done bought.
Here's the biggest difference between like a successful entrepreneur and a failed one is action and planning, right? A failed entrepreneur is going to sit there and just take in as much information as they can, try to plan the perfect plan until they feel like they've got it figured it out, and then they can take action. That's wrong. You don't do that. A successful entrepreneur, just no matter the circumstance, is just going to jump in and take action and just figure it out while hands-on learning.
But I get my hands dirty, so you know what? I think I'm about to quit this shit.
Good.
Having a 9 to 5 job makes you less attractive compared to an entrepreneur in the dating market.
Okay, this is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this one. Let's do this.
Ryan is the best
Stupid
content marketing
commercial.
team lead I've ever worked with. But before he created his content calendar using much.
You said a 9 to 5, but like you could work for a hedge fund. You could be a managing director.
Notice how she says hedge fund right off the bat. Why does she want someone with working for a hedge fund?
Investment bank.
Well, I think it meant
more than
I think it meant more like
entrepreneur.
normal 9 to 5 though, not
Oh.
like
But
not
you
like-
didn't say it because you just said a
Well,
9
I
to
wasn't the one
5.
that said the prompt, I guess.
Okay, because you said a 9 to 5. There's like, what if you're like a hedge fund director? That's still a job. You're
Yeah.
a private equity director. That's still a job.
Why does she want a hedge fund director or a private equity? I wonder what the correlation is.
They still make more than 99% of entrepreneurs. They make like millions a year, and that's a job. So hedge fund director, a private equity director,
But he's stuck at a
a
job.
plastic
I
surgeon.
think like 90% of entrepreneurs fucking make less than $2,000 a month because anyone can identify as an entrepreneur. So like, of course, you can maybe fetch that stat online because fucking how many entrepreneurs you know, but fucking can't even pay rent. So like, that's a bullshit stat.
If you're my wife and you're at your job and you have to call me and say, hey, can you pick up little Timmy from school, our kid? And I can't go pick him up. Little Timmy's at school and I'm at work at my 9 to 5 job.
Right.
Versus me, like I'll be home, like, oh yeah, I have a meeting, it's done in 10 minutes, and then I'll go pick up little Timmy. Like,
Right, but
it's more convenient.
But the question was 9 to 5 versus entrepreneur, but that was the question. But so I'm giving you the contrary because I think in Miami, like wherever I go, because I'm new to Miami, everyone is like, oh, entrepreneur. So there's a lot of fake entrepreneurs here who are like flashing a lifestyle. They don't
I'm
actually
talking
have
like
to-
successful.
Oh, you're talking successful.
I'm talking like successful,
Okay.
like a successful high value man versus
Yeah.
like a normie.
So yeah, like maybe the top. That's also
Would
like
you
the
rather
top.
want to date a normie or a dude that's got some motion?
That's a different question though than
It's
what.
like the same thing, just dumbed down.
Oh, because you're assuming 9 to
Answer
5
the question:
means average income.
normie or motion?
Yeah, motion, but that wasn't the question, right? That was.
I mean, like it kind of was.
Okay, because you're assuming 9 to 5, like an average 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
You're not assuming like a.
She's assuming that the average entrepreneur that identifies as an entrepreneur that started a year ago that's making $3,000 a month. Like,
So like normie versus motion. You're gonna be more attracted to motion.
Right.
You want to eat at McDonald's or you want to go to like Mila?
Right. Yeah, of course. Of course. I agree. But his question was different.
What's your argument with the original prompt?
I think with the original prompt, because you said, does a man having a 9 to 5 job, is he like less attractive than an entrepreneur? So in that,
Okay, well, he could have a 9 to
specific-
5 job and be very successful still. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my.
but even then, okay, so if you're an entrepreneur, you're instantly someone that believes in themselves, which means you're going to have a high self-esteem, which means you're going to carry yourself properly. You're going to be hygienic. You're going to probably work out. You're going to take care of yourself. You're also going to have leadership qualities because in order to grow yourself and grow a team, you're going to have to be a leader because you have to grow and scale something. They're going to have perseverance. They're going to have all these attractive personality traits that's going to make them stand out rather than the 9 to 5 that just shows up, clocks out, and just kind of like fades away on stability. like just fits in with the sheep. With the entrepreneur, you have so many personal skills you have to develop, such as communication, which is the most important part of a relationship is communication. You build that with entrepreneurship, right? No matter what you do, you're gonna have to communicate to others. You have to sell yourself. You have to sell others. You have to bring the right people on, build a culture, and that's like building a family, bringing the right family or bringing the culture to the family, right? Like, what do you guys do? So, attracting the right person, right? Being an entrepreneur helps with that like 10 times out of 10, way more helpful than fucking just the average 9 to 5 Joe person, whatever. So, back to the video.
That was my point. And a lot of them are probably more successful than the vast majority of entrepreneurs.
Well, entrepreneur,
Have like a
you know, a
job.
lot of people call themselves an entrepreneur.
Themselves an
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
like we can agree on this.
Yeah.
What makes you think that an entrepreneur is more attractive to a woman than a 9 to 5 guy?
I mean, I was raised very traditional, right? My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad was, you know, like the provider for the family. So I grew up seeing that. I believe in that. I have like traditional values. Like I believe my job as a man should be to, you know, provide for the family. And my wife's job, she sure can have her own goals, desires, and she can work if she wants to. But if she doesn't want to work, she should have that option. I find it attractive if a girl has her own goals, desires, like dreams, wants to, you know, do X, Y, and Z. But if she wants to stay home and take care of the kids, she should have that option.
You didn't
I
answer my
agree.
question.
What was the question? Sorry.
My question is, why are you saying that an entrepreneur guy is more attractive to a
Oh,
woman
yes.
than a 9
Because
to
I
5
think
guy?
I think that's big for a woman, that since any girl that has those traditional values as well, like would respect that highly of a man and find that very attractive.
So don't you think it's more risky for a woman to bet on a man who is an entrepreneur and he can go bankrupt tomorrow like this versus a guy who has a stable job, he has a career, he has all the benefits, he has, I don't know, 401k, whatever with his company. Don't you think it's more secure for her to get pregnant with this guy, to get a house with this guy and know that she has her future laid out versus an entrepreneur who can
Comfortability
disappear
kills.
tomorrow like this?
You have a, you-
Okay, so here's the problem with that. The problem with that is if you're a successful entrepreneur, that means you have a very good skill set, whether it's sales, whether it's marketing, whether it's AI, whether it's something, doesn't matter. If that business fails, you can snap your fingers, go use that skill set and just generate more money because you have a certain money making skill. For instance, if all my like sales companies just like disappeared or whatever, and I was like whatever, like out of work and had no more money coming in, I could hop on an offer, say, hey, work commission only based, don't have to pay me, I only take what I bring in. Or I can start another business because I've done that. And I can go in and just start generating cash again because I have a skill set. I know how to attract, how to sell, how to convert, and how to retain. And I do upsells and I could just use that skill set somewhere else. And if you're really good at something, you get job offers multiple times a week. I get roughly 3 offers. Hey, do you want to come sell here? 3 sell here, whatever. Well, roughly 3 times a week, 2 to 3, I'd say on average, right? Let's say Ronaldo, like if fucking his soccer team, I don't know if he's still playing soccer. I don't fucking watch soccer, whatever. I'm just using a generic one. But if his team says, hey, they bankrupt, do you think Ronaldo's out of fucking money? No. He's going to just sign to the next team because every team wants him. He's a high skill person. So if you have a high skill set, you're never going to be in a position where you can never make money and go bankrupt because you have a money making skill. As the right skills will develop leverage in any type of industry you want. So her argument's flawed. Get back to it.
You have a
Oh, it
point there, but
does.
comfortability kills dreams. And I think a woman's job in a relationship is, no matter what the man is going through, to be there to support him and be there
But that's
for
not-
him through his struggles.
Like you
And
said, it's more attractive for a woman.
Oh my gosh, just go back to just use my point, brother. We'd win. We'd win the debate if you just used my point.
To be with an entrepreneur. Didn't you
Yeah.
say that?
a successful one, successful, high value man.
Why would a woman go with an entrepreneur who can go bankrupt tomorrow?
But we're talking like a
With
high
all
value,
the-
successful man who that's not likely for him, you know?
Yeah, but why would she? It can still happen. Have you watched the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
There you
Are we really quoting fucking movies?
go. He lost everything just like that.
He's still a fucking millionaire till this day. Like, he went to jail, came back, and he's still a fucking millionaire. What? She's quoting a.
And that's it.
That's a good point.
And
I
that's
mean,
it.
that's a
She's-
possibility in life. And it's a possibility that a 9 to 5 job, I think it's more common, honestly, that you see a dude who has a stable job get fired and lose his job rather than you would an entrepreneur go bankrupt,
True,
you know?
true. You
AI is coming for all your jobs anyway.
have a point. However, he has the career. he can find another job with another company that is a similar.
And an entrepreneur, if he's like a real entrepreneur and he has kids and bills to pay and a wife to take care of, he'll do whatever the fuck it takes to get back on his feet and provide for his family.
How long does it take? You know how long it takes to build a business. It's really hard. If he loses everything.
The first one is hard. Then once you have money and once you have a skill set, you can develop a second one way faster. Way faster.
It's going to take him a while. What is the woman going to do?
It might take a
All
dude
the
a while to
house-
find a job too.
House and kids and the mortgage and all the bills to pay.
I can say the same thing about a job though too.
Imagine,
It might
like-
take him a long time to find a job. We're speaking like
Yeah, but
theoretically here.
entrepreneurship, you know,
I
it's
could be a
huge.
man as an entrepreneur or a 9-to-5 dude and I could get hit by a bus and die. Anything can happen in life. Whether I'm a 9-to-5 worker, whether I'm an entrepreneur, I can go bankrupt as an entrepreneur. As a 9-to-5 worker, I can lose my job. I can get hit by a fucking bus and die, and my wife has to figure it out on her own.
You
Or
have to stay a little logical here. Stick to the point. You said the guy
I
is
am.
more attractive. The guy is more attractive. And I still don't agree because for me, it's more secure and attractive to be with a guy who has a stable job.
but what if he loses
And-
his job?
And he's just going to find another job because he has a lot of experience. And by
But he
the
might
way,
not. Like people in this day and age, like the job
The
market.
job market is trash. He's right. Like the job market is trash. Everyone has the same degree. It's hard to stand out. If you're an entrepreneur, you have a skill set. You can replicate that and you're never going to go broke if you have a high income leverage skill, whether it's sales, marketing, AI, or anything else. If you're a really good fucking basketball player, any NBA team's going to want you. LeBron James can walk on any fucking team and walk there. Why? Because he has a really good skill set. Is it any likelihood that he's going to go broke? No. Unless he like blows all his money gambling, like of course, like that. But like, so can the 9-to-5 person. He can do that too.
Market is pretty shitty. It's not easy to find a job
yeah,
that
but
pays
it's
well.
easy. It's easier
Your
to find a
mortgage
job
is-
than to make a lot of money to sustain a family and a house.
Not always.
Mortgage,
Not always.
especially.
For her, maybe, because respectfully, she's probably never ran a business before. So of course it's going to be harder. She's never done something. That's going to be harder, right? If I had to do anything in the trades, like blue collar, that's going to be way harder for me because I've never done shit like that. I've always paid someone to have them do that for me. So I can understand her point there, but realistically it doesn't really add up because if the person that's entrepreneur that's really successful knows how to just do it because it's what they do. It's what they're really good at.
If you have kids, you know
Not
how
always.
you don't know yet, but it's really expensive.
I know a lot of
Really
people who
expensive.
graduated college that have struggled for 2 years to find a job. 2 years, you got to pay your mortgage, you got to pay for your kids to go to school, to go to soccer practice, you got to buy them basketball shoes, you got to put food on the table. That money can go quick if you're not making a lot as a 9-to-5 worker.
So another point I have is I know some guys who have built their career, like they started from nothing. For example, in a big company like Publix, I know a guy who started as a food bagger and he grew all the way up to being a store manager. Now he
Mhm.
has his own store. And for me, that is incredibly attractive. And he doesn't have college education.
So you find it more attractive for a dude
I
to be
find
like,
it
yeah, I'm a general manager
incredibly-
at Publix than a dude to say,
incredibly.
yeah, I own my own
incredibly attractive.
7-figure a year marketing
I find
agency.
he makes good money. He makes really good money.
That's 5,000.
He took care of his wife when she had a baby. So for me, that's incredibly attractive. But thank you so much.
When you're an entrepreneur, you make your own schedule. You can determine when you take time off. You have a certain level of freedom. You can fly away, go on vacations if you work remote. There's a certain level of you can take care of the other person. That's the whole reason why we do it. At least for me personally. It's to become the best father, become the best husband, and become the better person for myself. Anyways, that's just my opinion.
Don't start dropshipping this year. Here's why. Slow shipping, cheap products, guessing what to sell. That model is
They.
Fuck that. You're not attractive at all. You can't change your own tire. You can't change your own oil. You can't fucking work
Yes,
on
I
that.
have. I mean,
Fuck
yeah,
that.
you know,
This one's gonna be good. I'm actually looking forward to this because these people in the trades think they're so cool.
there
Show me
is
how to reset the old life on your rolls right now.
the oil life,
Yeah.
like just through the electronics.
Yeah.
I can do that.
You can?
Yeah, it's
Fuck
just
that
in
you
like
can't.
the vehicle settings.
Not all of them.
But I'm gonna send my car to the shop. I'm not gonna do it myself because I have money.
Exactly. So what happens
My
when your
time.
wife fucking, I don't know, something breaks around the house? She's like, babe, can you fix it? You're like, nah, bro. Gotta call.
I mean, give me an
carpenter.
example of what breaks. I'll figure it out.
The window breaks.
Pretty like what's the word I'm looking for? Like sophisticated person. I can figure shit out. I'm a pretty good problem solver.
You think you can fix the window?
I mean, yeah, could I fix the window? Yes. Would I rather just call up somebody to come fix the window themselves? Probably.
How long is that gonna take? What if that happens in like the middle
I mean,
of the night?
what are you gonna do in that situation? Go and buy a window and replace it yourself?
Well, that's why I figure shit out. I fucking put a
Yeah,
cardboard
and
over
I
it.
could
Next
too.
morning,
Yeah,
I wake up, I
exactly.
go to Home Depot, I fucking remove the window, add some caulking, put the window on. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're a 9 to 5 worker and a window is expensive, can you afford to fix a window?
Oof, you got me there. That's why I got house insurance. I got insurances. I got savings. I got stuff like that. I'm not just a retarded 9 to 5 worker. I know how to
No,
make
no.
as much as you do.
Of course.
So I have a bank account where I put my money into.
Yeah.
But you're not able to fix everything. I mean,
Neither
you don't
are
have
you.
the skills to fix everything.
Money fixes everything. Not a single problem around your house won't be solved or fixed without money. So
That okay, but are you willing to actually
But I
go on
learned and
YouTube
adapt.
and learn and fucking fix
Of course.
whatever is
How
broken?
do you think I got to where I am?
All right, you have somewhat of a point there.
Yeah.
Is a woman gonna find you attractive because of what you do? Because you're an entrepreneur? Or you
I
think
would say women have found me attractive because of that, yes.
I would say women would find me attractive because I have the motivation and the strength to wake up and go home. I mean, wake up and go to work
Yeah.
and bust my fucking
You
ass
have,
every
you have
day.
a work ethic.
I can take a
think
picture
as
from a
woman-
boss. I can look at him in the face and I'll be like, yo,
oh yeah, this guy has such a great work ethic. The entrepreneur that's successful, he has probably a terrible work ethic, right? You know, he probably didn't work hard, never persevered, you know. So
my toolbox has wheels for a reason. I go to the
think-
next job. I go do construction. I've had plenty of jobs.
I think
I'm
you
at
have
my
a valid
22nd
point, yes.
job and I'm only 22 years old.
I think you have a valid point that no matter what, for a woman,
hang on, 22nd job and he's 22 years old. Maybe it's a personnel problem, man. I don't know.
she wants a dude who has drive and will work hard no matter what, whether it's a 9 to 5 job, an entrepreneur. But I think it's like more attractive for a woman overall to like be driven towards someone who's more successful on their own than someone who just works.
Yeah, but I know girls that are dating guys with money,
Yeah.
scammers or who or whatever
Yeah.
they may be, can't fix things. I mean, maybe you have that drive, but not everybody else does. For the sake of the argument, we're talking about the average, right? The average rich guy calls up whoever needs to be called to
I mean, that would probably be unattractive as a woman. I could probably say if like I was with my boyfriend and the tire popped and like he didn't know what the
He didn't know how to
that
swap
would-
the tire. You know
that
what
would
I'm saying?
probably be unattractive.
That would be
as a
pretty
woman.
unattractive.
Like you're a man, you should know how to
Yeah.
fucking change a tire.
What if we fly out to Argentina and you don't know, I don't know, let's say Argentina has like they 90% are manual cars. We go over there, I can't drive. I don't know how to drive manual. Can't figure this out. I'm gonna have to have a chauffeur drive us around all day or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Is
but
that
So yeah, who cares? We'll just get a chauffeur, drive us around, and I can actually be with the person I traveled with. I can have conversations. We can just go to this place. I probably don't know much about Argentina, so it's good to have a chauffeur to worry about the roads. I don't have to worry about driving in a new country. Like that makes total sense. I'd actually rather have a chauffeur. Anyway,
is that
you think
attractive?
the girl wants to get ridden in a manual car versus a chauffeur?
I mean, the fact that you said, nah, bro, I can't do it. What?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I get what you mean. Yeah, having a chauffeur is sick, like driving your roles, but they don't always have roles in Argentina or whatever the hell. Let's say you get dealt a bad card and you got to get the manual car and you can't drive it. Now what do you do? You're just gonna Uber everywhere and shit.
I mean, that's like a valid argument, you know, but like as a man,
what if your car breaks down and you can't fucking afford to fix it? Like, what is this guy's in his hypotheticals, man?
you think that in my position, like I don't know how to lead like a woman. Like I know how to lead a team of however many employees. I
You
have.
specifically,
I know how to
we're
lead.
talking about the average rich
Yeah,
guy.
average entrepreneur.
Average entrepreneur that's successful, like the actual ones that are successful, knows how to fucking lead, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be in that position. They have to lead not only themselves, but other people. So his argument is flawed. The average entrepreneur that's actually successful knows how to fucking lead. And that can translate over to like leading a family, leading a wife, leading kids.
Entrepreneur, average successful man, like he should have that leadership role. He should know how to lead a woman, you know?
Exactly.
All right, I want to see you do an oil change when it comes to your Rolls Royce.
And then he brings it back to his strengths. This guy's stubborn. I like it. It's good for him though. He obviously does work hard, but he loves his job too much.
I'm gonna just send it to the shop.
You're
Cost
just
me
gonna
$2,000. I'd rather just pay the
$2,000 for you.
$2,000, 3 hours of my time. I value spending $2,000 more.
3 hours of your
I'd rather
time to
spend
go do the
$2,000.
oil change at where do you?
You gotta go through traffic to get oil. You gotta go home, do it in my garage. Like I just have people that I can pay to come to my house and do it. I've never had to take a car to a shop once because I buy expensive cars. Like the dealership values that, so they're like, when you need anything, we send a tow truck to your house. My Lambo had to go to the shop to get the front bumper fixed. think I'm gonna do that shit myself, sand it down, repaint it, rewrap it. I'm not doing all that.
I think
Can
the
figure
beauty
it
in
out?
life though is teaching. At some point, you're gonna want to teach your kids those type of skills too.
Of
though,
course,
you know what I'm
and that
saying?
stuff would be like fun with my kids.
Because maybe
and
he's
stuff,
not
too.
gonna be rich.
But like
Maybe
at
he
this
doesn't wanna
point,
go down
bro,
the same
at
path.
this point, am I gonna?
My kid's gonna be rich. He's gonna work hard, learn a skill, whether it's friggin' hockey, some type of sport, whether it's entrepreneur, whether it's something, he's gonna fucking be rich.
Am I gonna sit there wasting hours of my time trying to figure out how to sand down a bumper, repaint it, try to figure out how to get the correct paint color to match it from Lambo? It's a rare paint color,
are a car guy, right?
and then rewrap it. Yeah.
Doesn't that sound a little fun? Making.
I mean, it can be fun, yes, but do I have
Like
that?
art.
I'm a driven, hardworking man. Like focused. There's things that matter to me more than doing that. And I would rather just have a tow truck come to my house, put the Lambo on the tow truck, and it spawns back in my driveway 3 days later with a fixed bumper.
Is that attractive, girls? Having somebody just come and pick up your man's car and fix it for them? No?
No, it's fine. I don't care.
College degrees are a scam designed to put you in debt and make you a million.
Oh, you didn't even finish reading the prompt and you were up here.
Okay.
Yeah, she just wants to argue. Are you in college?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me backtrack. I don't fully agree with it. If you're going to school to become a doctor or I don't know, whatever other example like that, where like you actually need school, then it makes
Okay.
sense. I went to school for a marketing degree and like I was learning the basics of social media, English, math, while making $10,000 a month doing marketing, like in my class. I could pull up like pictures on my phone of me like in the Facebook ads manager in my class. Like I was
Okay.
making.
But I feel like college overall isn't a scam because it's kind of like, if you think about it, it's the same type of consumption that you're selling, like
Yeah.
informative consumption.
For sure.
So people are paying for your courses the same way they would pay for college.
But my
So
course has a higher ROI potential than college does
how?
because there's the potential to make more money, have more
Same
freedom.
thing with college. You can make a business right after getting your degree and have a lot more
It's-
reliability and have a lot of base
Just make-
audience.
Just you get your degree and you just, ooh, I'm gonna
No.
make a business.
No, but it's the
Get
same way
rich.
that you dropped out of college and was like, I'm gonna make a business, right? Same way.
Yeah, but like
Okay,
I had to
so-
learn and go through failure hands-on. Like
Okay,
college,
you gotta
college,
finish
a
college
business
degree.
degree, a business degree in college teaches you like
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you
vocabulary in business. It doesn't teach you hands-on learning and experience like failure actually doing it does.
Yeah, same thing with any other job or any other thing. You have to learn in life, like what's right or wrong, right? Like in what you want to do. You do that out of college, in college, but I don't think college is a scam because it's like a safety net. If you influence people to not go to college and buy your course because it's easier and because you did it, you're basically telling them risk
Right.
your
Because
safety
here's
net,
the
risk
thing,
your
here's the thing. When they
reliability.
buy my course, I've went through these experiences. A business professor that's teaching me about business has never ran a fucking business. I'm selling a program on how to do what I've exactly done. Now, another example here. I was talking to these guys when we were taking our intermission. One said that he's in school for electrical engineering. One said he went to school for mechanics.
Mhm.
Those are jobs where you have to get hands-on learning, right? And that's what they do in school. I'm sure electrical engineering, he's like doing the job hands-on with his professor, with whoever, like learning while doing it, not just sitting down and like consuming it on a big screen. It's like he's going through the process and
But
learning
that means
hands-on.
college isn't a scam, right? Because they came out.
But
like,
that
they-
example,
and
that
they
example
paid well.
is, it's not necessarily. Could he go and do that job and just learn it hands-on on the job? Yes, 100%. But is college something that he's investing into to learn the process maybe faster and learn like the whole curriculum? Yes. That's why buying a course makes sense because
So
you're
college
learning
isn't-
from someone.
Because
I
they
said
are
at the
giving you a
I said at the beginning of this argument, I agree with it to an extent. Certain jobs you need school, doctor, electrical engineer, mechanic. Could you learn some of those things hands-on doing it? Yes. Now, doctor, for example, that's something you have to go to school for. You have to practice on dummies. I'm not going to learn that hands-on
Yeah.
doing open surgery on someone's brain and make a mistake and kill them. So I have to learn from the mistakes, learn through those failures from someone else who's already been there and done that so that I don't make that mistake and kill someone on the job.
So we agree. We agree. Okay.
So I can.
So here's the thing. In order to get rich, you need to do two things. You need to do right? Obviously work a lot of volume, right? Like Elon Musk, like work 16, 17-hour days, or you got to like learn a high income skill. Let's just say AI for this instance, right? The reason why AI is going to be like $1 trillion industry or something like that in 2026, like it's crazy. The reason why that like people in AI that AI is not in school right now, right? But if you drop out and learn AI, you have higher income potential because there's less people in there, right? There's less people in that space. So you go learn it, you're all of a sudden your value goes up to the market and to other businesses because not a lot of people know it the way you do, right? And AI is not in school. You learn AI, you can implement with other people. You don't need school, right? Because you learn a skill that not a lot of people know. You're invaluable, right? You learn a skill like you stand out. Not a lot of people know that, right? That gives you power, right? The problem with going to a college is that everyone has your degree, so you're replaceable. You're just like, oh, application, 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 right? You have the same degree as everyone else. So why would you stand out? And you're in the same saturated market. So there's less leverage for you to go and charge a high price point. It takes a lot of time. And time should be your most important thing, right? That's the only thing we have limited on this earth. So, in knowing that, a college degree isn't going to get you some crazy outcome because everyone has it. It's easily expendable. And when I first dropped out, I remember like thinking, okay, when I do my own thing, like all I really got to do is hit 5K a month, and then like I've hit like the average job quota, right? Like, I mean, if a failure for me is like doing 5K a month, it's like how hard can it be to like struggle upon 5K a month? Even if I take 4 years, I've been doing that in school anyway. I just got 4 years to figure out how to make 5K a month. How hard can that be? If this jackass online can do it, I can do it, right? And that's when I started like 4 years ago when I was 19, 24, so 5 years ago. So I can't even fucking do math right. That's how bad I was in school, and I turned out just fine. Anyway, back to the video.
Convince
Yeah,
you to
you
agree.
could-
So
you-
is my course a scam?
If you call college a scam, then yes.
How?
Because it's the same type of consumption. Again, you're selling someone information.
No.
the
But
same
here's my
way
point.
college
There's certain
is.
degrees in college that you need a degree for. You have to go and learn hands-on. That's the same thing as my course. You're learning from someone who's done it. A business degree in college is a scam because I'm learning from someone who's never ran a fucking business. My course is not a scam because you're learning directly from someone who has done it and went through the failures themselves. So I can mentor these students on how to not make those same failures I did.
But colleges teach you more things than just business. They're better in
Yeah,
other
that you don't
aspects.
need to
So they're
know.
not a scam.
That you don't need to know.
Maybe some things, but it's not a scam. If you call college a scam, you're calling your business.
No, I'm not. I just proved do you want me to prove my point again?
What's your point?
My point is that in a business degree, I'm not learning from someone who's ran a business. I'm learning other things that do not fucking matter and are never going to help me run a business. In my course, you are learning from someone who has directly done it himself and has gone through the failures, the trials, the tribulations, and can help you not make those same mistakes he did. A business professor isn't going to do that because they've never experienced what it's like to fail in certain aspects of running a business. So again, to summarize my point, there are certain degrees you need to go to college for. There are certain ones that are a complete scam.
So you're saying that anyone that goes to college for business is getting ripped off? What if, but that's the same thing. It's the same type of consumption.
Yes, I can confidently say that. No, it's not.
College is worse.
I've proved it 2 times now. You want me to go a third?
No, but you're just saying that
I don't
you're
get
better
this
than
person.
colleges.
I could teach a student how to make money a lot faster than someone than a business professor could.
But
I would put every dollar in my bank account. If I taught you how to do what I do, you would make money faster than a business professor. I would put my life on it.
That's a fair point. Okay, so if I got someone and said, "Hey, you got 6 months to teach this person sales," I'm very confident in my ability to like actually get them making a livable income within 6 months, as long as they apply themselves. The difference is that like it's not necessarily the person teaching it; it's the person's work ethic. Because you can get all the information. The information's out there, but if you apply it, is whether you come successful or not. Right? Are you a risk taker? Are you willing to find the best mentors? The best mentors aren't going to fucking do shit for $30, like the other guy was fucking saying. I spent $30 on a course and nothing worked. Like, no shit. Right? It's a lead magnet designed to upsell you to the actual course that's going to get you money, which is going to cost at least, if it's anything less than 5 grand, you're not going to get ROI off it. Like, sure, you can find some books, okay, but like you're not going to get a mentorship that's worth it under 5 grand. Information you can get for free, And no point in spending 4K on a course if it's just going to get you fucking just information. Like it's just prettified information. But yeah, back to the point. You could probably go to this guy's course or go to this guy's mentorship, pay him a lot of money, and he'll teach you how to make a lot of money a lot faster than any type of college would because it's one-on-one support and he's actually done it and it's designed to help do that as opposed to just throw you in a system with a degree that everyone else has. So I agree with that.
Cut my head off if I don't.
I still don't agree though. I don't think college.
You don't agree because you just don't want to agree. But I've done
For
that.
free. How much? Wait, how much is it that you charge
Prove
people?
it.
Let's just say 4K.
4K for how many sessions for
For like let's just say 6 months of access. By the end of that 6 months, hopefully you're making like probably my goal would have you be making like 5 to 10K a month. But when
that's exactly what I said. After 6 months, you could probably make 5 to 10K livable income, right? A monthly.
go to school, you go for business degree, how many years? 4 years. And you spend, let's say 15K a year on college, you're 60 grand in debt. And now you get a job making 30.
Okay, college isn't just like bachelor degrees or master. You can get a certificate in something that you need to learn. And it could be in like a month.
Give me an example.
Well, I haven't done it myself. I just know from other people.
So give me an example.
Okay, whatever. We don't agree. I will not agree with you.
Okay, so I'm originally from LA and I moved here last month and
For college?
Not for college. I honestly probably don't need to be in college. I am making good money without it. And
what do you do for work?
I just got this job, but I just did it for fun, kind of. I'm serving right now, but I'm also making online.
I used to be a server in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was a good job.
Yeah. I mean, I like just it for like the people aspect and
Yeah.
like getting to meet people. But when I was in LA and I was in the first semester of college, it was all free. That's why I don't think it's a scam because you can go to
Well,
those
that's different because you got a
top
scholarship.
schools.
Yeah.
No, it's just community college. You can go to community college and go for maybe I paid like couple $100.
But again, there's two really valuable assets you have in your life. One, money, two, time.
But
you wasted your time.
Honestly, not really.
What did,
I went a couple days a week.
Let me ask you this. You needed your degree to get your server job?
No.
So you wasted your time. How many years did you go to school for?
I'm still in school right now.
Okay.
I moved here and I'm going to Miami-Dade. And obviously, since I'm not...
Does that guy have a snake around his neck? The guy in the background? Does he have a freaking snake? Oh, that's cool.
You weren't in school. You do it online.
I am paying good money. I mean, I'm paying like $5 grand, which sucks. But
and
again,
you're wasting your time that you could be spending
net.
Serving and making money.
But I am doing it all. I serve.
But you're still investing one of your most valuable assets you have.
What else would I be doing with that?
Which is time. Though? Serving, making more money.
But that's not how I make all my money.
How else do you make your money?
It's like a small niche, but I'm learning. I'm gonna do a course soon. Drop in the course.
So you're gonna do a course?
Yeah. But I can.
So you believe in courses too?
I can be in college though and have that safety net just in case it doesn't work out.
And I agree with that.
I'm doing marketing too.
A lot of my students, like when they first join my program, they're working a job, they're in school, whatever. I have students making 20K a month and they're still in school.
Yeah, I'm making
student named Griffin.
Okay, to add to this point, like I don't think if you have $0 in the bank, you should start a business. I think you should get a fucking job, first of all. Like get some stability. The time to quit your job is when I think you have 6 months of expenses saved up. So whatever that is in your bank account, like once you have 6 months of expenses, then you can start taking that risk, especially if you have a family. If you're in your 20s, you can kind of be stupid. Like it doesn't matter because like now's the time to take the risk. But if you're like a bit older, then yeah, like have 6 months of expenses saved up before you quit your job and go on entrepreneurship. But here's the thing. Most people's, it's not their 9 to 5 that holds them back from, having the life and being an entrepreneur and having their goals and all that. It's their 5 to 9. It's what they do after. Did they have a long day and need to just sit down and unwind and watch TV and fucking go be like fucking party on Thursdays? Or is it like, hey, long day at the office, but now I'm going to work on my dreams so I can actually like live the life I want this time next year? Like it's their 5 to 9 that holds them back. People are so against fucking working hard now. So like they just say, I don't have the time, but they do have the fucking time. They just don't prioritize it. Here's the thing. If you don't sacrifice for your goals, the goals become the sacrifice. It's a sacrifice either way. So pick your sacrifice, choose your heart. Right. And like college, like I think everyone glorifies this as some high education system where everyone's super professional and writing like all these papers and it's high regards, high standards. It's like, no. You walk around fucking universities, everyone's fucking drinking 3 times a week, smoking marijuana, and like fucking being a young idiot. Like, it's not some high established thing. And even if you go to the Harvard school, like the high intelligence, it's the same thing. Like, sure, there are programs you have to take it a bit more seriously, but that doesn't mean it's like some high prestige thing. At the end of the day, they're 20-year-olds. If they're gonna act according to their age, that's just human nature. So I think people are like totally overstimulating this shit. Whatever.
He's making like 20 to 40 a month and he's still in school and he posts videos every single day in his business classes saying, oh, I'm learning how to pitch today.
Yeah,
Little does my professor know I made 30K
that's
doing
what I'm
that this
doing. I'm
month.
like, I sometimes look at her and I'm like, oh, I'm probably making more than her. But again, like I just think it's good to just have that piece of paper
And some people
something
believe,
to show for
you know?
that.
Some people, me, I didn't give a fuck about that. I was like, I'm gonna fully take this risk, put my back against the wall. I think it'll make me go harder and be more successful. There's other people where they're like, you know, I'm making 20K a month doing marketing online, but I still want to go to school for maybe the experience or maybe to just have that safety net.
Yeah.
And that's totally okay too.
Yeah.
You know, you can
Like,
do
I think-
both.
I think Kim Kardashian went back to get like some lawyer degree and
She's just retarded. Like, she's a
doesn't
billionaire.
need to do that, but like
She's
at
probably
least
just
it
bored.
shows that she did that. Do you think she's poor?
Yeah, you get to a certain level of like, I mean, I can't speak from experience, but you get to a certain level of success where
Yeah.
things just get boring. Look
That's
at
what I'm
look at
saying.
Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, he had all the money in the world and he started doing real freaky shit because he was bored.
100%.
So
But yeah, that's my opinion. I think that you can go to school and do your other things. And I don't think it's a scam unless you're going to like Miami and you're paying $80,000 to $100,000 a year for the experience. I think that's when you're getting into scam territory. But I mean, if you have the money and you want to do that, go for it, I guess.
yeah, like I said, to an extent, it's a scam, but it depends how you utilize it, I guess.
Okay. So we're in agreement, kind of.
Yeah,
Not really.
I think you can go to
Did
school.
I change
and
your
still-
perspective?
No, I already believe that.
Okay.
I think you can go to school and also, you know, do whatever online and make money. Cause I literally have multiple students doing that, or I've had multiple students, you know, when they first joined, they were working a job and they needed to work that job because they had bills to pay and they
Yeah.
just invested this money in my course. Like
And also,
if they just quit their
if
job.
they're buying your course, they had to get the money from somewhere too.
Exactly.
I guess.
Exactly. So they worked their job until boom, they replaced their income from their job with everything they learned from my course. And then boom, they quit their
Exactly.
jobs.
Though, like, I know it's like you can also lose your job, but if like the whole internet got like destroyed, I don't know how that would happen, but like I
Well, a
guess
lot of
then at
people
least you have
lose their jobs too if the
I-
whole internet got destroyed.
true.
A person has to really know themselves and like be really self-aware, because like I'll say from my example, I was always book smart, but I'm not like street smart, not the entrepreneurial type. That would be like really difficult for me. Maybe one day, you know, I'll
But you don't know till you try.
but
You would have never known you were book smart until you went to school. And
that
did it.
was that's just how I'm naturally wired.
Right, but
like I can
if
study
school-
some
That's a limiting belief. I say, okay, here's the thing. I say I'm naturally wired not to clean up after myself, and that's why I hire a maid, right? That's the limiting belief. I just can't fucking do laundry. I don't do that shit. It's not for me, right? Of course, I can switch my perspective on it and say, no, actually, I can do it if I really applied and say, you know what, this could be fun. I can play some music. I can clean up after myself. But no, I just say it's not for me. I hire a maid, right? So it's a limiting belief, and when she has is a limiting belief also.
School wasn't a thing. Like if you didn't go to elementary school, middle school, high school, you would have never known you were book smart. So until you try to be an entrepreneur or whatever, like you would never know if you're good at it. You just tell yourself you're not. That's your limiting belief. That's why entrepreneurship starts up here.
well, what if okay, that's a good
Are you good at are you
so
good
I'm-
at hang on, let me
I'm
ask you.
just
So are you
saying
good at
it's
football?
easier
Are you good at
on
football?
my nervous system to study a subject, be really good at that subject, and then to get a job in that
You just
field
really
that
like
pays well.
being comfortable, huh?
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys,
For right, maybe
You
no,
just
I'm
don't like the
saying-
idea of not being comfortable.
Well, right now, I don't want to like risk a lot if I can.
Well, what's more riskier? Staying in the same spot, making the 4, 3, 5K, whatever the hell you're making a month and struggle to pay bills, or is it riskier to actually like learn the skills to like actually make a higher income for yourself, for your family, and go on and so forth? Like, what's actually riskier? Staying the same this time next year, or taking the bet on yourself so that you can get the skills so you can learn, put yourself in a better position so you can get the high income cash once you want?
Why?
If I could, so say there's
You're
an example
young,
where someone
You have life ahead of you.
Mhm. Well,
Why
if
not
there's
be
an
willing to
example
take a risk?
where someone, so okay,
Everything in life is a risk. Walking out of this door is a risk. Walking from that chair to here is a
Right.
risk. What if
How do you get into a relationship if you're scared of like risks and all that kind of stuff? Every relationship has a risk of failing, but like, are you going to recover from it? Yes.
that snake bites you?
Okay, I'm just saying that
That's a
It is a snake. Oh my gosh, this guy got a snake.
risk.
between your course and say someone studying AI engineering, say they studied AI engineering, they really focused, they like went
AI
all
engineering is
in.
going to get
They
replaced
went-
by AI itself.
They went all in, and then they were able to get a job that pays maybe starting 200K with experience 400, 500. And they
Then
went,
they get
oh no,
replaced
they
in
went,
5 years
no,
because
they
AI
went
learns how to
all-
replace
they
itself.
went all in and focused, and then they're like, okay, because I learned this skill, there's a higher probability of getting a job that pays well. Someone could do your course. I could be doing it like 80 hours a week in your course and still fail.
Not if you stick with it long enough.
What is the percentage?
That's true. That's true. Entrepreneurship, you only have to be right once. You only got to get it right once, and then all of a sudden you're good. And then everyone thinks that like you're some genius, but you really failed 100 times, and they see the one time you succeed.
Of people, because you're saying 5 to 10K per month after 6 months. Like what percentage and consistently,
say,
not like
I mean-
5K 1 month, the next month zero.
I don't
zero,
have a
zero.
real specific
Yeah.
statistic. I'm actually working on something right now to figure out better how to hold.
So what determines your income level, especially in the entrepreneur or like anything, is like the skill you learn, like that's really good at, and then your work ethic. If you're really good at a skill, you're never just gonna shit the bed. Let's say like just easy, like Patrick Mahomes, right? He's really good at football. It's not gonna next year. He's not gonna like just all of a sudden be totally trash and worst player in the league because he's a natural skill level being very good. So if you naturally hit 10K a month, you're not just gonna fucking plummet to like fucking 2K in a month the next month because it's a skill level. Unless you stop working, but there's also the second thing, work ethic. If you have work ethic and you're good at something, you're never just gonna have a drop in your income. Someone that knows how to hit 40K a month isn't gonna hit like fucking 10K a month the next month, right? If they keep up their work ethic and they keep their skill level only improving from there, they're gonna only make more. So, like to argue her point, she's wrong. Of course it's stable, right? Now, if you're at 5K, sure, you can hit 3K the next month. Then you might go to 6K. Then you might, yes, because it's inconsistent. But then once you're established, there's a certain point where you'll never drop.
Hold them accountable and how to
Right.
track that better so that we can actually get that metric and figure out, okay, this is the percentage of students that are actually getting the results we want them to achieve. This is the percentage that aren't. What do we need to do to make these students that aren't more successful? If I had to say a number, I'd say maybe 20 or 30%. But how many people go to school and get a degree and don't even end up getting a job that pays them 6 figures a month? Because in today's day and age, it's hard to live off anything less than 6 figures a month out on your own, especially if you're in like a big city.
Right.
Like I spend
Right.
or 6 figures a year. I spend that in a month.
You have to have roommates in a place like Miami.
Exactly.
That's
Like
6 figures.
I can easily blow that in a month. Now, granted, I live
Right. But
more of a
also,
lifestyle. But
like the top 0.1%, right? Like I think what
Right.
people are sold right now. Okay. That's
So basically, ladies and gentlemen, for the duration of this program, I think this man's actually proven himself very right. And that's a sad thing.
Because it's sad.
Because
Well, it is kind of
what you
sad.
do is a philosophy, okay? In terms of education, there are a lot of people close to me that are educators, all right? You know, I come from a family of educators, but there's also, in this country, academics is a business.
Right. It's a
In
business for
other-
myself.
I understand. Well, I don't think what you're doing is academic. I think it's more of like a philosophy, like a get rich quick kind of thing.
No. No, again, I've talked all day long about how it's not a get rich quick thing.
You
That's
get it.
not what we market.
No, anyone that says get rich quick is selling his course, like scam type of thing. If you want to really build wealth, it takes time, perseverance, dedication, and more work than you're probably willing to do, and that's why you're going to stay stuck in your current situation.
Well, I won't bore you with that. I'm just saying, because what I'm here to disagree with is there are people that do love to teach, and there's a vocational aspect in the university because it is a business, and I understand it's a business for you, okay? And there are people that genuinely love what they do, and they're not looking at the fucking size of their wallet. But that's just some other people. That's kind of like people like me. You know, I just kind of, I'm an artist, and I just kind of, do it my own way. But when you said that, when I was talking about the influencer thing, about positive, a lot of the things you said were negative. Like, oh, college is a scam. It can't all be fuck you and I am this.
No, of course. It never is. It never is fuck you and I'm this.
Yeah.
That's never, I don't think I'm any better than anyone because of what I've achieved. I mean, yeah, simple as that. I don't think that I'm of any more value.
Just try to keep that mindset when you're educating people, because what you're doing is educating.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Like, none of us think we're better than anyone. Like, at least I can only speak for myself. I don't think I'm fucking better than anyone. I just think people don't realize what they can be capable of if they actually truly applied themselves. Like, if they truly applied themselves, I just don't think people realize what they're capable of. Especially if you're in a first world country, you have a roof over your head, you can do anything. And if my message like can inspire one thing, it's to have people believe in themselves more, because I feel like their quality of life will drastically improve the second they start believing in themselves more. If you could take one thing away from everything I say in my life, it's that. So, and I think this guy Breeze or whatever, he feels the same way.
Entrepreneurs are more valuable to society than people who have jobs.
This guy again. Okay, normally back in the day, I would agree with him. You need workers to like actually like fucking build a business or whatever. But like now with AI, you can just build the right infrastructure, have AI do all this other shit, and you just run the business from an entrepreneur standpoint, and you're good. But we'll see what this guy has to say. This guy's gonna fucking fix some doorknobs on a freaking door.
This
is gonna be interesting.
The argument I brought up earlier, somebody's got to fix your car, dude.
Yeah, but somebody has to provide the job to the person who gets hired to fix that job.
Huh?
Or someone has to hire you to work at that business.
I can work at home.
Yeah, but like majority of your income comes from someone who hired you to.
If you work at home, your sole proprietorship, that means you have your own self business. So like you are acting as an entrepreneur. You this guy's, oh my gosh, he's just arguing that he's being an entrepreneur. Then if you have your own self set up shop in your own house, like that's a fucking entrepreneur. You don't rely on other people to give you work. You have your own shop. You go through referrals. Someone has a car that says, hey, come, I'll give you money to come do it. Like it's a referral based business in a way. So
work that job,
Yeah, because they do have
are the ones that build those.
Because they do have a bigger flow. But most of the entrepreneurs started off kind of like what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody
it's
that
like
has
you work your way up the totem
yeah.
pole.
Huh?
It's like you work your way up the totem pole.
Yeah. But what we're arguing here is that the working man is more important than the entrepreneur.
I don't think so. Just because someone has to provide that job to the working man, and someone had to build the opportunity to get that job.
The cars are gonna break. Cars are always gonna break.
Right. But
Nothing is
not always gonna be.
Okay, but how many people know how to fucking change a tire? A bunch of people. I mean, I'm not one of them, but like I know how to run a business and attract people so this guy has a job and has somewhere to work. Right? So it's like he's more replaceable than the person running the business because he can make clients come, people come and spend their money. And that's why he has a job, and that's why his family's able to stay fed.
Cars, not
right. But if there's not someone to build a business that's revolved around fixing someone's car, like someone had to build that business,
Someone had to build the business that I work at.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
provide those jobs.
Yeah, but I can do it wherever. I can do your oil change at a parking lot at Kmart, Walmart.
A lot of jobs, yours not so much until maybe robots are here one day, but like your job won't get replaced by AI, but like a lot of jobs are going to get replaced by AI, and someone had to build that AI that's going to do those jobs instead of manual labor and people do them, AI is going to replace a lot of jobs. Okay. Understood?
They're gonna replace your job too, though.
No, they're not.
Just because you're ahead of the game doesn't mean they're not
They're
gonna
not going
replace
to
your
replace
job.
my job.
They're not gonna replace your job.
No.
At some point they will.
No.
I mean, all you're doing is marketing, really, right? Well,
Yes, I understand the deadline.
Too many campaigns are tearing you apart. Monday.com's AI.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No, actually, a lot of it does. Because I could search up on ChatGPT, make me a course on what breast scales does, on like the same thing you do. You know what I'm saying? On a marketing course. And ChatGPT.
But AI hasn't learned hands-on the same way that I have. Like that's a really
AI takes.
When you hire a mentor, you don't necessarily hire for information, you hire for help with the implementation side, right? So it's like, I can search up how to fix a fucking tire, but doesn't mean when I implement it, I'm not gonna have questions, concerns, and fuck it up when I'm watching it. It's the same thing. And also an entrepreneur has to be the person building AI for people. Entrepreneurs build it up. So it's like, if you use AI and search up a course, someone has to build it.
Statistics from everywhere, though.
Yeah, but it hasn't learned hands-on.
Hands-on?
You could ask AI how to take out your LS engine and put it back in, and it'll tell you how to do it, but it won't do it for you.
It won't do it for you.
No.
Of course. So the working man is the one more important. The one who's going to actually take the engine out. The one who's going to put it back together for you.
In that case, I mean, yes, but someone had to build ChatGPT to be able to tell you how to do it.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
But again, what was my point earlier that I didn't even finish? AI is going to replace a lot of jobs, and someone has to build that AI and build that business that does replace those jobs, you know?
You don't think AI is going to replace your job?
No.
No. Why are you so confident in that?
Because I'll be ahead of the curve. That's what an entrepreneur is.
Because you'll just always be ahead of the curve.
Even
You'll never get caught slipping once.
No, I mean, that happens. That's entrepreneurship, but you adapt and you learn and you build. It's what it is. That's the game, my brother.
At the end of the day, bro, you can own the mechanic shop, but if you have nobody there to work and to actually do the oil changes and change the tires,
but the workers can have the skill of the mechanic job, but if they have nowhere to work, it goes both ways. I can agree and disagree with you because it goes both ways. We got to agree on that. Like, if the workers don't have anywhere to work, they're fucked. If the business has no workers, they're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, back to my point. Like, I could really work on cars wherever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could do your job wherever.
But you don't know how to run your own mechanic shop. You could learn and you could do it. And then you would be the business
mechanic shop right now.
Then why don't you?
Because I don't have as much as experience on working on cars as other mechanics do. I'm saying there's a couple
that's
jobs
what business is. You hire roles that are more experienced than you. My head media buyer in my agency, he's been running ads for 8 years. He knows more about running ads than I do. That's why he's hired as that role. But I was the one that put myself in a higher leverage position where I'm his boss. He's better at the skill than me, but I'm better at other things.
I just can't agree with you at all. There's always got to be a worker.
There's always got to be a business.
The worker is what holds everything up.
But you haven't made one valid point of why. Because the business holds the workers.
Well, there's people selling tacos at the crib, bro. Like, that's not a place of business.
Yeah.
People are buying.
That is their business.
So now that's a business?
That's a business.
So then me doing an oil change at the Walmart would also be, at the parking lot would be a business too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, it'd be like your own business. It's called a freelancer.
So then the worker is more important than the worker brings the business.
No.
The worker is the business.
Well, the worker is the business if they're operating under their own business. But if the job comes in because of the business and the worker does the work, the business brought that job in.
A lot of work in there.
Thank you.
The American dream is propaganda to keep people stuck in jobs.
So actually, I was sitting there and I was actually
the whole purposely designed to keep people stuck in jobs, like, it's just because your standards are so weak. Stop blaming fucking society. Like, I don't even fucking want to listen to this shit. Like,
thinking, I actually do believe if you work hard and like you go to college. Because here's the thing, we're arguing this like the main goal in life is to make money. It's not. There are a lot of people that actually don't care about money. They just, like I was speaking to this girl one time, and she told I asked her what's one of the biggest thing you want to achieve, and she told me like raising a son.
That's
daughter.
that's a bigger goal for me than probably getting super rich.
Exactly.
Like, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, beautiful home.
Right.
But to be able to really provide for my family and give them a life that's like free money.
You don't give your family the best out there. You give your family the best you can afford. It's gonna come down to fucking currency. And if your kid needs the best schools, the best tutors, the best recreational activities, best sport, like all that kind of jazz, like it requires financial backing, just the way life works. If you want them to be healthy, eat organic foods, it's going to require fucking money. If you want them to go to the best gyms, have the best trainers, have like that requires currency. So it's like you put yourself family in a better position when you have more fucking money. Like
is kind of
Here's the thing,
unnecessary.
you could do that with the job too. I mean, if you're a lawyer, you're making like fucking 400K a year.
That's gonna get replaced by AI, bro.
You believe a lawyer is gonna get replaced by AI?
Yes, every contract.
Would you hire an AI to represent you? Let's say you got in the
it's probably smarter. I mean, granted, this may be way in the future because granted, someone like a lawyer still has to.
So you would hire ChatGPT to represent you in court?
You didn't let me finish.
No,
you didn't let me finish. I was still proving my point. That answers that.
Talk your point.
It's a long time, I think, before obviously, like a lawyer still has to step into a courtroom and represent a person that's either guilty or non-guilty. Yeah. But as of right now, bro, like before, 5-10 years ago, I would get a contract for some sort of business agreement. I would send it to my lawyer to look over it, right? Mm-hmm. Nowadays, I just put it in ChatGPT and say, yo, tell me the pros and cons of this contract.
ChatGPT actually makes up like bullshit that doesn't actually exist. So like, let's say you give ChatGPT that contract, it could read it and like, I don't know, because ChatGPT is crazy. It comes up with bullshit statistics. So you could give it to that ChatGPT and...
If you're about to start dropshipping, you need to hear this. The traditional dropshipping model is dead. Slow shipping, cheap.
It could give it back to you, and then you read it like, oh, ChatGPT did it for me. But in real life, you're just fucked.
No. The only thing I use ChatGPT for in the terms of a contract is like I put it in there and have it break the contract down so that I can like dumb it down and like brief it,
Yeah, but like a human could do that for you too, and it could probably...
Yeah, but I have to pay the human to do it,
I mean, that's true though. But back to the point of the prompt is that you actually don't need that much money to be happy in life. You're saying like you need freedom, right? That's your point. I
don't feel like anyone's like answering the damn question. It's like, is America purposely designed people to be stuck in jobs so they can't be free? No, it's your fucking standards that do that yourself. Right? The person that's become successful had to fucking work 16 hours a fucking day for the most part to become extremely successful. And then eventually once they hit that mark, they tone it down and they work less. But it requires an extreme amount of effort and a lot of sacrifice in order to get the results you want. Extreme results require fucking extreme levels of sacrifice. It's just the way it works. So most people aren't willing to do that. It requires a lot of risk. And that's why very few people fucking actually rise to the top echelon of men or women or whatever. So I just stupid question. Just fucking look in the mirror. You're in your position because your habits and what you decided to do with your fucking time.
Money. Here's the thing. Here's my main point is like maybe you don't need a lot of money. Whatever money means to you and the level of money you want to have kind of comes with a level of freedom, and money is freedom. So as soon as you have kind of that financial freedom, a lot of freedom in other areas of your life opens up. If I have $100 million in the bank, I'm never gonna have to think about money. If I want to go,
but here's the thing: you don't need a fuck ton of money to have freedom. Listen,
no, I know.
Some people get satisfaction from the littlest things in life.
It just
okay. Here's the thing. He's right. Kids in a third world country wake up one day and just excited because it's a sunny day and they have a family and they're super happy. They're helpful because they focused on what they have. Right. The second person could be super rich and they're focused on what's missing and they're depressed. So that's the point he's making, and I totally agree with that, right? It all depends on how you view the world and view your life. But that being said, if you look at it from the position, okay, what's the life I want? And then how much money do I need to fulfill that lifestyle? And then once you hit that threshold, you're right. Making more money isn't going to be make you happier, but if you truly love what you do, once you hit let's just easy math, 30K a month is going to support the lifestyle you want. Once you hit 30K a month, you can just work because you actually enjoy it. you love giving back to people. If you provide a tremendous amount of value, you enjoy it. So it's like you just work because you truly love it. But you don't need to make more money and have to keep grinding, working 16-hour days and lose yourself and focus on that you don't have a family. No. It's like if your goal is 30K a month, that'll support the lifestyle you want, the house, the car, your kids' schools, all that kind of shit. Then it's like you just work because you love it. You hit your 30K a month threshold. You make more money, maybe at 40, sometimes months, whatever, so on and so forth, and you're happy, right? So, and then also, I don't know anyone that wakes up one day and gets into a fucking Ferrari. I have friends that have Ferraris and Lambos, and they did none of them complain that they got a Ferrari instead of a Toyota. Like, absolutely fucking none of them. None of them.
Depends on the type of person.
Some people don't give a fuck about traveling. They're okay with being at home. They're okay with being in their little area with their friends. So like, you don't really need that much money to be happy. And there are fuck ton of people with money that are like, fuck, I hate my life. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
yes, because
they
value money too much.
Right.
You know, like they don't value what really matters in life. But in my example here, I have a family. I'm 40 years old. I have $100 million in the bank.
Right.
I never have to think about money. You know, say my kid needs a surgery. Say, God forbid, my kid has cancer and I have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to treat his cancer. Money isn't an issue to do that for me anymore. You know, if my kid's birthday is coming up and he's been really good lately and he's been getting good grades in school and I want to reward him and take him on a trip to, you know,
but here's the thing though. If that kid is a materialistic piece of shit, that kid's
no, that's not the point though. But life is about like I believe life is about like experiences with people you really care about, you know? So like,
I think honestly for me, if I could wake up one day, and this is the goal, right? This is the goal of just making money and all that kind of shit. If I can look my girlfriend or my wife or whatever in the eye saying, hey, where do you want to go today? Pick a spot. She says, let's go to Spain. Okay, cool. Let's go to Spain for a week. Look her in the eye, say, let's go. Money's not an issue. We book whatever hotel or Airbnb we want, stay there, have an awesome time. I work remote, no worries at all. Come back and live my life, right? If she says, hey, let's the next week, it's like, oh, we should do this experience. Let's go to Disney. Let's take the kids to Disney, right? Let's say I'm 40 years old, have kids. Yeah, sure, let's do it. I'm an entrepreneur, right? Can travel, I work remote, money's not a concern, 10 grand or whatever. On Disney, nice and easy. So anyway, just that's the goal of it. I'm gonna fast forward to like a little bit more. It's almost over.
my kid's been really good, getting good grades. Like I want to take him to Disney for his birthday. Money isn't an issue in that. Like $10,000 to go to Disney when I have 100 mil in the bank. It's nothing. It's pennies.
I totally agree, but the kid could get the same satisfaction from like maybe getting him a fucking basketball for his birthday.
Anyway, guys, that was a video. If you guys want more reaction to that video, just let me know. I just thought I'd, speak my peace of mind because I saw a lot of reaction videos go on it, and I'm very passionate about this, because it's risky starting a business and all that kind of stuff and betting on yourself. But at the end of the day, what's riskier? Staying in the same spot 3, 6, fucking 12 months down the line, or betting on yourself to be the person? And like people shit on courses, online stuff, but it's like if you apply yourself, you don't give up, you'll get there. Like it's literally impossible to fail. It's hard to fail at something when you put 12-hour work days and you stay consistent at it for a long period of time. The question is, are you willing to do that? It's not if it will work. It's like, are you willing to stay with it long enough? You could hit it big in the first month. I'm not saying you can't. Like, fuck, I know people that do that. I know an 18-year-old that fucking makes 400 grand a month. Like, I know 21-year-old millionaires. Like, I'm friends with a lot of fucking very successful people, but like, they hit it young. But like, if that doesn't happen to you, are you willing to stay for like the 12-hour work days, perseverance trips, and all that kind of stuff? Because you're going to be tested in ways you never even fucking realized. So anyways, that's the video. Bye, guys. Take care.